Yeah, so they didn't release um, the Epstein records is because Trump name is on the records. Okay, people? His name is literally, hold on one second. His name is on the list, sweetheart. That's why they did not release Epstein records. Okay? My camera is shitty right now, but one second. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Right there. Let me get a little bit closer. Right there. Name, number, everything. He flew so many times, him and Melania. They said Melania likes little girls. And they were on the flight list, baby. One too many damn times. All right? Quit playing. Anywho, let me go ahead and give you this video. So you can see the things that I present to you. Okay? Don't get on in this video. And thank God for Facebook memory, bringing that memory back. Because Instagram wiped out my account when I had the original Epstein flight list. They wiped out my account, people. But thank God for memories, you know? Thank God for memories. That's why they didn't release that freaking list, because your boy is on it. Of course he's not going to incriminate himself. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? Surely you can't be. Surely you cannot be. Yep. Shout out to the memories. Shout out to the freaking memories. And what is the chance of me finding that in my memory? Yep, that's why Instagram wiped out my original account, because I had all the information in the freaking world to prosecute every politician, celebrity, you name it. And they wiped out my first Instagram account. And the Epstein flight list was on it. Alright? Let's go ahead and get in this video. I'm going to let you have it. No, because I told you. Bitch, I told you. What did I tell you? I've been screaming this for years. I've been screaming. Donald Trump is a pedophile. Donald Trump has always been a pedophile, will always be a pedophile. I tried to tell y'all that. Nobody believed me. I have records and proof of it. Donald Trump is on Epstein's flight list. And now all of a sudden, since Elon and him are in a pissy little relationship and they're mad now, yeah. The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars. The fact that they are literally showing you how they're abusing their power amongst their rich friends is insanity, okay? He said, I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars. That means jail time. Biden did it too. He did it too. They're all corrupt. And I told you, it's the biggest transfer of wealth to the richest people. These rich folks don't care about politics. They care about them and the Jews taking all of the land, all of the money, which belongs to the indigenous, original, aboriginal, Negroes, niggas, and the word niggas means king and queen. An Ethiopian melanated king or king. So when white people are going around saying nigger and all that stuff, you're honoring us. You're not offending us. When they added the ER, the hard ER, they're literally trying to deter the name and try to make it derogatory. But it's not. The word niggas means a melanated king or queen from Ethiopia, or Kemet, the land of the black. So white people know that we own this land. The money is ours. They know all of this. That's why they put that whack-ass Bible in there to tell you to turn the other cheek. Yeah, the Bible is a manual for slaves. That Jesus shit is not real. They've tricked you the entire time, okay? But the fact that we are witnessing espionage, treachery, treason. We're also witnessing bribery. I mean, we're witnessing every crime under money laundering, exploitation. We're witnessing every crime under the sun, and it's all done by white men. Okay? Stop with the bullshit. And the white people are helping them to cover this bullshit up. It's not fair. It's not right. That's why we have to overthrow the government. Now, the fact that the girls are fighting, the fact that they're forced, everyone. Remember they told us they're getting rid of all electric cars by 2035 as a mandate? They said they're getting rid of all gas cars by 2035 as a mandate, because let me tell you, them fucking EV cars, those electric cars, they're going to fry you from the inside out. It's like being in a microwave. You don't need to be around a microwave. You don't need to be around Wi-Fi. You don't need to be around cell phones. You don't need to be around any of that fucking shit, dude. You just don't. It will fry you from the inside out. It's radiation poisoning. Just like you don't need you from the inside out. It's like being in a microwave. You don't need to be around a microwave. You don't need to be around Wi-Fi. You don't need to be around cell phones. You don't need to be around any of that fucking shit, dude. You just don't. It will fry you from the inside out. It's radiation poisoning. Just like you don't need an X-ray. You don't need a CT. You don't need none of that stuff, because the inside out. So the fact that these fools was going to set you up for an electric failure, because here's the thing, when the power goes out, how are you going to power up your car? Nice, I'm being throttled. Come on. Are you for real? Be for real. Internet, be for real right now. When that grid goes out, when the power grid goes out, we're fucked. And they knew it. But the fact that they were going to force everybody into buying these radiation poisoning of these cars, he said, I took away his EV mandate. And let me tell you something, mandates are not real. Let's look at the etymology of the word mandate. A man put a date on the time that he needs you to exploit yourself, treason and treachery, and to commit a crime. A mandate doesn't mean a damn thing. So when the government says mandate, The etymology of that word clearly states, let's look at the root word of man and date. There's a date. There is a man who has a date on a deadline of something that is very deadly, that he's forcing you to do. Okay? And the fact that they were going to force you into a microwave of electrical grid cars, electrical EV cars that literally fry you from the inside out. And then the fact that these EV cars can pick up ghosts when you drive by a cemetery is insanity. And you remember on Total Recall, the taxi guy who was driving all the cars and off-roading and doing all that stuff. That's what was going to happen. Okay, that was what it was going to happen. Your government gets up every morning to kill you, and you say, "Yes, please, more porridge, sir. Yes, please, some more porridge, sir." The insanity has to stop. The ignorance has to stop. How do you not know that these fools are trying to kill you? Like, do you not even care anymore? That would be like every time I go outside, I'm saying, "Oh, yeah, the chemtrails are my friend." No, I know the government, every day they release those chemtrails, it makes my asthma. This is the video they deleted, and it's literally trying to stay alive. Fight on, please, video. Fight on, baby. Fight on. Come on, baby. Come on, you're doing good. You're doing good. Mama found you. Acute respiratory worse. That's why I'm going into acute respiratory failure, because every day I step outside that goddamn door, they pump more chemicals, more biochemicals. Fight on. Come on, video. Fight on. More chemicals, more biochemicals in that fucking air. And I'm so sensitive, I can sense it before you do. I can sense it before you do. Facebook is deleting all my videos, so I'm trying to recover them. And I was lucky enough to recover this video, because this video is very vital and you need it. Okay? You need it. Or you do. So the fact that your government is trying to get away with killing us every day is insanity. The fact that I'm going through it before you do is because I got to find a cure. I got to find... Please stop throttling this video. I gotta find a cure. I gotta find a cure for it. I gotta find the medicine for it. I gotta find the remedy for it. So I'm okay with having to go through death after death. I'm the phoenix. Scorpio is the phoenix. I have to die in order to live. And it's just death and resurrection. It happens every year. Nobody's out to get me. Nobody's doing nothing. nobody's doing nothing to me, or nothing that I'm doing is literally making me have these problems. No, I've been like this my entire fucking life. Okay, it's just this year it just happened to be this bad because the chemtrails and the contrails are getting extensive. And then I was in the biolab chemical explosion too, where the biolab burned bleach for 8 months straight. And I was inhaling that shit. No, sweetheart. No, nothing is by design. I'm going through this to learn how to cure the lungs, to learn how to heal the lungs. I have to go through this. So don't give me pity. Don't give me none of that shit. I'll be fine. I'll bounce back like a stripper at Magic. Lungs, to learn how to heal the lungs. I have to go through this. So don't give me pity. Don't give me none of that shit. I'll be fine. I'll bounce back like a stripper at Magic City on a Friday night. Okay? Don't play with me. You know I'm not fucking going nowhere. I'm gonna fucking outlive y'all. Shit. It's just it's just my lungs suck. It's my only problem. And there's no cure for asthma. So don't let these healers get out here.
This video just literally played through its entirety. Now it's insane. It won't even play.
Or asthma. So don't let these healers get out here and say, oh yeah, I took those meds and I did this and I did. No. And also on top of that, I'm missing an enzyme. I'm missing an enzyme. I'm missing a protein enzyme, aldolase, that stops my lungs from opening up. So don't get out here pretending to be some great holistic healer. I took my herbs and I took my mullein leaf and did this. Did you know if you have O negative blood, you're not supposed to be drinking mullein leaf because it negative blood, you're not supposed to be drinking mullein leaf because it will shut your lungs down. And all indigenous, aboriginal, melanated people are O negative, O positive. That's why I don't use mullein leaf I don't use mullein leaf at all. I'm using it like say if I wanted
What a pain in the buttocks.
like say if I wanted to back in the day when I wanted a real cigarette, mullein leaf is the original tobacco that you're supposed to smoke. Did you know that? Mullein leaf is the original tobacco that you're supposed to smoke. So don't let is the original tobacco that you're supposed to smoke. So don't let these people get out here and fool you. I can cure any and every disease because any and every disease is a parasite. So I can pull parasites out of your body all day. But what I can't cure is oxygen. body all day, but what I can't cure is oxygen, the lack of oxygen. Once that universe say, hey, bitch, I'm going to give you about 80% SpO2. You
There is no way this video is doing that. Let me tell you something. I just played this video in its entirety. Okay? In its entirety. And now this video is doing this malarkey and bullshit.
You got about 30% carbon dioxide in your body, and you might need to find your local oxygen tank. That's it. I'm done for. So stop. Find your local oxygen tank. That's it. I'm done for. So stop letting people think that there's a cure for asthma. No, the fuck it's not. The cure for asthma is more oxygen, more cowbell. I need more cowbell, okay? So that's why every day I walk out. So that's why every day I walk outside and I get short on that goddamn cowbell because they're polluting this oxygen. And they tell you right now they got everybody shut in on this oxygen. And they tell you right now they got everybody shut in because they're burning wildfires in Canada. They're polluting the air, and now the hole in the ozone layer is even bigger than it was before. And I'm just such a sensitive empath, I can feel it before you can. So it hits me first. It hits me faster and it hits me quicker, but it makes me a student of life. So then therefore I know how to kill it. I know how to cure it. I know how to work with it, and I know how to work around it. And I'm so thankful to the people who are stepping up and say, hey man, I got asthma. How to work around it. And I'm so thankful to the people who are I'm so thankful to the people who are stepping up and say, hey man, I got asthma too. I got asthma too. It's the worst part of my life. Thank y'all for sharing your stories, your horror story. I got asthma too. It's the worst part of my life. Thank y'all for sharing your stories, your horror stories about how asthma will shut your fucking ass down if your lungs cannot open up and you don't have enough oxygen. Did you know that every time that you yawn, that means your brain is not getting enough oxygen? That means your brain is not getting enough oxygen? So think about all the times you're yawning and you're not getting enough oxygen versus someone who had getting enough oxygen versus someone who has asthma. They yawn all the time and they're not getting enough oxygen on top of not getting enough CO2, on top of their SpO2 being shit. We're struggling out here to breathe, okay? That's why we got to have clean air. Clean air is mandatory. Clean air is essential. Clean water is essential. Clean food is essential. You guys don't understand this. You can't be a holistic healer if you don't have, okay, say healing people with herbs ain't gonna matter if the air ain't clean, the water ain't clean, and the food ain't clean. None of that shit matters because all you're doing is just recycling the dirt, recycling none of that shit matters because all you're doing is just recycling the dirt, recycling the biochemicals, recycling the chemicals, recycling the botulism, recycling the bacteria, recycling the virus. And viruses are not real either. You're recycling all of that all of the pathogens back into your body. All of the pathogens back into your body. And it's just parasites. Because guess what? An alien needs a host. A host needs an alien. That's what y'all... A host needs an alien. That's what y'all are not understanding. Your meat suit needs a parasite to eat the meat. In the suit. Okay? So, if you don't understand how... Okay? So, if you don't understand how biochemistry, chemistry, anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, chemistry, anatomy, physiology, metaphysics, science, molecular science, and metaphysics, science, molecular science, and all this shit goes, you need to get buried deep into your books. Protein engineering, you need to get deep into your books. And anatomy and physiology. Protein engineering, you need to get deep into your books. And anatomy and physiology needs to become your best friend. Because that's the only way you're going to beat this war, is because it's an attack on organic soft tissue. You're made out of organic soft tissue. And every day we get up, they attack what? Our organic soft tissue with inorganic. Organic soft tissue with inorganic metals, biochemicals, radiation, things of the sort. That's why they make weapons, which are metals, heavy metals, to penetrate your body. That's why you're not supposed to have heavy metals in your body, because it's organic, soft tissue. It's easy to destroy organic tissue. It's easy to destroy organic soft tissue. That's what makes us, being humans, the weakest link, because you get pierced by one bullet, bitch, your chances of living, depending if it's a hollow point, depending if it has garlic at the end. Why do you think you're not supposed to eat garlic? You're not supposed to eat garlic or genetically modified food, because if I take garlic, which is acidic, and it says GMO, it's genetically modified. If I take some garlic, put it on the end of the blade, and shank the fuck out of you, if I stab you one time, you're going to bleed out for the rest of your life, because garlic is acidic. And it's literally a blood thinner. It's going to make you bleed the fuck out. So there's no way in the world y'all are sitting up here complying with garlic when you need to be eating shallots. Shallots is the original garlic. I have so much knowledge in my head that I want to give to you, but okay, which is my superpower, but also my learning disability. It's garlic. I have so much knowledge in my head that I want to give to you, but I got ADHD, which is my superpower, but also my learning disability at the same time. So I'll focus on like 1,000 subjects at one time. It's on like 1,000 subjects at one time, and I'm neurodivergent. Brain is over hyperstimulated, So that's why I talk real fast, I move real fast, I think real fast, because I'm on a fucking other frequency than everybody else. Don't sit up here thinking that autism, ADHD, ADD, and all that is fake. It's not fake, baby. Do you think having an attention deficit disorder is fake? Half of y'all can't even pay attention to something. Someone say, hey, I'm so-and-so. 2 seconds later, you're like, what the fuck was their name? I can't remember then. Yeah, sweetheart, did you just have an attention deficit disorder? You did. That's why you did. That's why the government's saying they made up ADHD. That's a goddamn lie. How do we all get by in life? Don't we have to pay attention? That's why your attention span ain't shit now. You can't remember shit now because the government keeps dropping chemicals on you and is zapping out your attention span. That's why you're not supposed to sit in front of LED lights all day, because it zaps out your attention span. And when you get up, you stay wired. Your pupils will dilate. It's like you're getting a drug fix. That's why these kids are not supposed to walk around with these tablets all the time, because the LED lights. They're not supposed to walk around with these tablets all the time because the LED lights are reprogramming them. You understand? So, no, ADHD is real. Attention deficit disorder is real. I can make you lose attention real quick. Disorder is real. I can make you lose attention real quick. I can start talking about something right now, switch up, go to something else, then come back to it, and you're like, whoa, what was she just talking about? That's called an attention deficit disorder. I just fucked your attention up, didn't I? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You got to stop listening to these people. You got to. And actually, ADHD is not a bad thing. It's actually a superpower. It's one of my superpowers. Hey.
Sorry about being late.
Oh, you're fine.
You're bringing cheaper for you.
Okay, come on.
Just getting your bracelet. Each day.
So the fact that Elon and Donald Trump is putting on political theater is hilarious. That means they're covering up something. So now we have to go find what they are covering up. And it's called a distraction. And political theater is big. But I've been telling y'all for years. Years that Donald Trump is on the Epstein list. So he said, I told everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do. And he just went crazy. Time to drop the really big bomb. Time to drop the really big bomb, Elon Musk says. He says, Donald Trump is in the Epstein files, and that's the real reason.
Now, y'all may not like Musty, but he ain't lying. Okay? He's not lying. I have the same proof. I have the same Epstein file logs, and that's why they wiped out my freaking account. And sorry this 17-minute video turned into a goddamn 34-minute video. But anyway, yeah, your boy is on the Epstein flight list. Okay? Let's be for real. And there's the proof. Okay? There's the proof. Anyway, my computer got hacked, so the government is gang stalking me real fucking bad right now. That's alright though. But anyway, Elon ain't lied one goddamn day. But this wiggle right here, baby, he lies all the time. He lies all the time, and he's a pedo. Elon ain't lying. This alien right here, he ain't lying, never lied. And that man is on that list. And him and Melania likes children, like they all do. Okay? Be for real.
Why they have not been made public. Have a nice day. I've been telling you for years, and that's why they took that last Instagram account that I had, because Donald Trump was on the Epstein list with his phone. I had Donald Trump's phone number. Him and Melania both are on the Epstein list.
I called the number, it was real. I called the fucking number and it was real, boo-boo. Yes, sir.
Both of them. And your government redacted both of their names. Elon is telling the truth. Even though I don't like the guy, I don't like any of them, but he's telling the truth. Donald Trump has been on that list for a very long time. And you voted him back in. Which kind of makes me weary about, do you love your kids or not? Because why would you do that?
You know what's even crazy? They give y'all hints. They show y'all where Donald Trump and Epstein were best friends. How are y'all not connecting the dots? You are connecting the dots. It's just that a lot of y'all are minions. And y'all, god dang, all these celebrities keep dying. What a sacrifice week. Julian McMahon dies. Michael Madsen dies. Jimmy Swaggart dies. And there's one more celebrity that died too. God dang, Malik Baphomet. And Lucy is collecting them like Thanos rings. Goodness gracious. Holy hell. What season is it? Oh, 4th of July. Okay. That's why they call it a holy day. Needs a sacrifice. Sacrificing still goes on, you guys. Anyway, Epstein and Donald Trump were best fucking friends. That's why they didn't release that list. And you know it. They left behind all these clues. And it's not that you don't care. It's not that you don't know that he's a pedophile. You know that he's a pedophile. You just pledged your allegiance to Donald Trump because you're a minion. Donald Trump is the highest ranking. He's the 5th highest ranking fallen angel. He's Marbas. His demon name. Remember when Solomon said God gave him command of all the demons, 72 legions of demons. Okay, God gave him the command of all the 72 demons, and with every demon comes a legion. And you guys are part of that legion. Y'all are not even human. Some of y'all don't even have a soul, and some of y'all are literally minions of demons, of the 72 demons, the fallen angels that roam this earth. Okay? Be for real. Be for real. You're just ashamed to admit it, or either you don't care. But we know you don't have a soul. But the fact that Epstein and Trump are friends, and they left behind this big old paper trail of them partying together, hanging out together. Man, you know he was on that goddamn list. You just don't care because you don't care about your children and you're into pedophilia as well. This was 1992. They've been hanging out since hanging out began, okay? Be for real. And then Donald Trump admitted to having fantasies about his own child. Him and Epstein was accused of raping a 13-year-old child. Okay? And then he got in an interview and said he was attracted to his daughter Donald Trump's creepiest comments about his daughter Ivanka. After they kissed, the host commented, "It's nice to see a dad kiss his daughter." Okay? Be for real. Be for real. He said, "Don't you think my daughter is hot? She's hot, right?" He even said one time he and Ivanka have sex. Be for fucking real. You gotta stop this stuff. Look at these sexually suggestive comments he made about his daughter. In a freaking article, Donald Trump's sexually suggestive statements about Ivanka revisited. Okay? He has an attraction and he's been fucking his kid, and you know it. Okay? Donald Trump made several sexually suggestive statements about his daughter, Ivanka Trump. The president and his first daughter are very close. However, some question the father and daughter relationship because many felt it was way too much. According to Political Fair, Trump was sexually attracted to his first daughter when she was just 13 years old. You see, 13 is a magic sacrificial number. That's why you always see the number 13. 13 is not a bad number. It's actually the luckiest number, especially when it comes to numerology. They just tell you it's bad so you don't touch it and manifest. But all the Freemasons know, in order to manifest and get good luck and do this and do that, number 13. That's why they even named the infamous MS gang, what? 13, which is owned and operated by the fucking government. Let's be for real. Now, it's no coincidence. And then don't forget, him and Epstein raped a girl who was what? 13. In order for these demons, these fallen angels, to steal your soul, especially the soul of an innocent child, you have to literally be under 13 years old. That's when the soul is the purest. That's why they call you a preteen. Before you become a teenager, before you get into the world, before you get turned out, before you get what do they call that word? Before you get corrupted. Okay? The purest soul of a person is under the age of 13 years old. And that's when you're supposed to be at your height of innocence, right there at 13. That's why he said his daughter, when she was 13 years old, he was attracted to her. And that's why Epstein and them raped the girl when she was 13 years old and got away with it. Okay? And then the fact that Fact Checker lied right here, there's no proof. Trump asked if it's wrong to be attracted to his 13 sexually old daughter. Trump once admitted to being sexually attracted to his daughter when she was 13 years old. 13 is the purest age of innocence that a demon can steal the soul. So when they're stealing these kids' souls and why so many kids go missing is because you are innocent before you get into the ways of the world. These are dementors. Real literal dementors. But, and then look at Fact Checker lying when, look, lo and behold, a very reputable source of International Business Times rewrote this goddamn article. Look, published 3/10/20. 3/10/20. Be for real, okay? The POTUS confessed in his past interviews, but it was not published. Richard Cohen was a Washington Post columnist, wrote the POTUS once asked, "Is it wrong to be more sexually attracted to your own daughter than your wife?" However, the quote was removed when the column was published. BuzzFeed News first reported. Trump was allegedly referring to his teenage daughter Ivanka, who was only 13 years old at the time. Washington Post editorial page editor Fred Hyatt addressed the removal of the quote and explained that they edit every column to make it as good as it can be. "We don't think it would be fair to our writers to discuss the editing process and don't see what it is to be gained by talking about things that are not published. These are countless drafts that never see the light of day," Hyatt explained. If it wasn't the only sexually suggestive statement Trump made about his daughter, when the father and daughter appeared on Wendy, the host asked what's his favorite thing they have in common, and Ivanka responded either real estate or golf. However, the POTUS said, "I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that to her." While pointing at his daughter, who just laughed at his remark, Trump Trump and Ivanka also made another joint appearance when the POTUS was asked that he would do what he would do if Playboy would put his daughter Ivanka on a magazine cover. Trump said that it would be disappointing, but added, "Not really. It depends on what we see inside the magazine." He then said that he didn't think Ivanka would do it, but complimented her, saying that she has a very nice figure, and added that if Ivanka were not his daughter, he would be dating her. Meanwhile, there's an outrageous conspiracy claiming that Trump loves his daughter Ivanka more than his wife, Melania Trump. Online users made such speculations after Trump called Ivanka following his victory speech. The father and daughter hugged and kissed. Then the POTUS called Melania after Ivanka left him on the stage. So, are you going to pretend that he's not a pedophile? Or are you going to pretend that he's not on that list, him and Melania? Nice try, buddy. Nice try. And, government, I don't care about you throttling me. The video's over. Point proven. Point proven. But why do you think Donald Trump has the lion as his mascot on his campaign? Because he's President Marbas. Demons are presidents, sweetie. And this is hell. All right? This is when Lucifer fell. When God kicked him out of heaven. Where did he kick him to? Hell. That's why we're suffering so much. That's why you suffer so much. Because this is hell. Why do you think when demons get kicked out of hell, where do they go? They go one ground above, and that's earth. Because you have the third dimension, the second dimension, and the real hell is Hades, okay, Tartarus, okay. That's why Tartarus was so fucking big, because the fallen angels and the Nephilims and the Watchers roam this earth. Also, I'm gonna show you to back me up with further proof. If you don't believe me, why do you think Del Monte is closing their doors? Because it looks suspicious that a company is literally running for 139 years. Sweetheart, let me tell you something. If you're running a company, and I'm a business owner, the life expectancy of a human is maybe 60 to 80 years, depending if you don't have an incident or you don't have a tragic accident or something like that, or your life don't get cut short. You know, average human span is 60 to 80 years. But the fact that Del Monte has been literally been running for 139 years, no, sweetheart. No. They walk among us. They walk. Del Monte Foods, the nearly 140-year-old company whose canned fruits and vegetables. Why do you think they're pointing out that this company has been running for 140 years? This is unheard of. Unnatural. Supernatural, if you will. Okay? Supernatural, if you will. You're filing for bankruptcy. Sir, there's no way in the world you've been around 140 years and no one needs vegetables anymore. That's a lie. That fallen angel is ready to die. That fallen angel is actually ready to do a soul transference into another body, and watch, he's going to come back and start another company and live another 140 years. Vampires are real people. Werewolves are real people. Fallen angels are real people. Reptiles are real. Aliens are real. Anything that you can think of that is inhumane is real. Mortals think they're the only people on this earth, but you forgot we have immortals. Okay? Why do you think Wells Fargo, another great example, Wells Fargo has been around for how long? Wells Fargo and Chase. That's how you know fallen angels run this place. The rich people who run the world are fallen angels. You need to know that. Okay? There's nobody generational wise that's going to keep running the family business for 140 years. Be for real. Wells Fargo has been around 170 years, founded in 1852. Let me tell you something. It's 2025. No one from 1800 should be living in 2025, and that's just that. But y'all are so blinded that there's other things out here besides humans. You can't see the truth. or you won't face the truth, or you don't want to face the truth. But as far as this goes, fallen angels are the rulers of hell. Didn't they all get kicked out of heaven? Yes, they fucking did. Didn't Solomon tell you that he had command over the 72 demons? Of the 72 demons means president and demons, the term go hand in hand. King and queen means demons. Y'all don't even know that. That's why you have a king and a queen in England, and that's why you have a president in the United States, because the term still means demons. Okay? And that's why they tell y'all, oh, she's a diva. Diva means demons. Oh, he's a thug. Thug means demons. Okay? That's why we have presidents, because the fallen angels take turns, okay, ruling this world. If you didn't know. And this world is hell. All right? Demon president. Demon president. I told you. And a lot of y'all are minions. When they say, okay, President Marbas has 36 legions of demons. 36 legions of minions under his control. Why do you think Trump chose the lion, the great lion they said all the time in his campaign? You're being fooled. Why do you think he's orange? Let's pull up a picture of President Marbas. He's orange, fool. Do you not get it? Oh, you get it today. Here he is, Marbas. He's in the heirs Goetta. This is a known fact. This is the demon president. The demon president. But y'all don't care. That's why his hair is orange. These fallen angels shapeshift, and one of his favorite things to do is shapeshift into humans. If you haven't read the heirs Goetta, you need to. King Solomon told you about all of these demons. Whose hair is orange? His hair is orange. Now, let's read about President Marbas and all the great things he can do. Y'all need to read more. If you read more, you would understand the world more. Okay? So let's pull up the heirs Goetta. Marbas, embracing the power of the 5th president of hell. And I told you the fallen angels all take turns of ruling hell. Okay, this is their kingdom. You forgot God gave them dominion over this kingdom. So, Demon Marbas, known as Barbas, is a grand entity in the realm of the supernatural, known as the 5th president of hell. Demon Marbas holds dominion over 36 legions of demons. Okay, that's all the Trump supporters are, the 36 legions of demons. So anybody who supports Trump, they're part of his legion, and they don't have a soul, sweetheart. You keep forgetting you're in hell. All right, this is serious. I'm so serious. I've never been so serious in my life, and it should probably put some context clues together for you how the world really is and how it really runs. All right. And that's why every president is evil. That's why you got to stop voting for the lesser of the two evils and stop. You got to put evil away. You got to choose good at some point. But that's why I hate voters, because those voters have no soul and they are part of the legions. Okay? Marbas holds dominion over 36 legions of demons. And they said the legions are like a grain of sand. And it's an army of many people. Okay? Demon Marbas is traditionally depicted as a powerful lion, but can transform himself into a human as well, and at will. The transformative aspect of Demon Marbas is deeply symbolic, representing the dualism of his attributes, both a wise leader and a ferocious protector. Demon Marbas is often associated with healing powers and the revelation of hidden secrets. That's why Donald Trump is always dropping some bomb somewhere. Okay? He has the ability to uncover information. That's why he always give you shock value. Okay? He's always saying something he ain't supposed to be saying. Bringing it to the surface from the most concealed sources. Known as the bringer of truth, Demon Marbas is believed to grant a profound understanding of mechanics and craftsmanship enabling those under his influence to master various skills and practice. The demon also possessed a great understanding of disease and illness. Why do you think Trump is called the father of vaccines? He has the power to heal illnesses, and he has the power to create them. But he didn't. He chose to what? Be the father of vaccines. And if you don't believe me, I'm showing you all this proof to back you up. Back me up. My other computer was hacked, so I have to use this one, and I don't have all my videos on me like I usually do. You see, Trump's latest delusion, he said, I am the father of vaccines. Trump renews praise for the COVID vaccines, one of his greatest accomplishments. Trump said that the vaccines was one of his greatest accomplishments. Okay? Trump praised the efficiency of coronavirus vaccine in a new interview just days after being booed by an audience for revealing he received a COVID booster shot. And then, see there? Former U.S. President Donald Trump said the COVID-19 vaccines were one of the greatest achievements of mankind. That the vaccines work. What? No, they don't. They murdered everyone they touch. Okay? So, you kind of got to put two and two together here. You got to know that fallen angels, the watchers, and the Nephilims, and the reptiles, and the demons still run this earth because God gave them dominion to do so. You know that, right? You know that, right? The demons have 1/3 of the earth. Or did you not read your Bible? Yeah. So let me go ahead and pull up Trump's mascot. I'm being throttled so bad right now because they know I'm fucking doing this video. When you pull up Trump's mascot, what do you get? Huh? What do you get when you pull up Donald Trump? President Marbas. Nice try. Yeah. We are being ran by fallen angels, and they all take their time ruling this kingdom. That's why you got to read the Heirs Goethe. You got to read the Book of Solomon. You're gonna have to read the occultic books. You're gonna have to read about black magic in order to find out what this world really is. Okay? Yeah. Lion Guardians. The Patriot Party. Make America Great Again. Yeah. I can lead you to water, but I can't make you drink it. Look at this bullshit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Don't they tell you who they are? And they hide in plain sight. That's what I hate. Y'all are so dumb that y'all don't know they do things in plain sight. But baby, the fact that he loves lions the way he does, and how orange he is, how orange his hair is. I mean, it's a staple. Orange, 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 orange. And what do we associate the orange with? The lion, people. Are you for real? Like, nobody read esotericism anymore. Nobody read the occult anymore. They got y'all thinking that shit is evil. Absolutely not. Why do you think God taught Solomon black magic and let Solomon, God and Jesus, help Solomon to cast a spell that let him sacrifice an 11-year-old child? Or did you not read the Book of Solomon? I don't think you did. Anyway, the fact that demon Marbas is often associated with healing powers and the revelation of hidden secrets, and the demon also possesses a great understanding of disease and illnesses, making him a unique figure in the realm of demonology. He can manipulate sickness, either inflicting it or curing it, showcasing his dominion over his life vulnerabilities. The powerful dualism embodied by demon Marbas between the roles of tormentor and a healer makes him a highly intriguing figure for those exploring the enigmatic world of demons. You have got to get into demonology. It's more important than the Bible. Put that goddamn Bible down. You read the Bible after you read the book of demonology. Okay? So now that I'm putting all these clues together for you, now you know why he has such a big following, because that's his legion. Those are demons without soul. All voters are legions for demons. That's why they keep voting for the lesser of the two evils. Okay? You got to read more grimoires. You're going to have to read every grimoire in the world. They're leaving you these clues behind so you can literally escape the matrix, sweetheart. Okay? Anywho, are you not getting it now? You got to read the spell books. You're going to have to get it. By invoking Marbas, individuals seek healing from physical ailments, diseases that are beyond human understanding, and demon Marbas' powers aren't just limited to the physical world. He is also said to possess the ability to transform thoughts and ideas into reality, a power that draws many towards him. His influence can inspire creativity, transform vision and into tangible objects, and bring ideas to fruition. Okay? Now this tells you how to summon him. We're not doing that. All you did was vote, and you literally became a minion. Okay? You literally became a minion. But stop this. Stop worshiping fallen angels. Stop it. Planet of demon Marbas. Demon Marbas is associated with the planet Mercury. Why do you think the government literally talks about planets all the time, or what planets are circulating, what planets are in rotation, what planet is closest to the earth? Because planets are gods, people. Gods and goddesses. That's why Saturn is Satan. I know you don't pay attention to those things. That's why astrology and astronomy is very fucking important. That's why the fallen angels got in trouble for teaching you astrology and astronomy, because it taught you the ways of the cosmos and how to navigate through the cosmos. This is a galaxy, sweetheart. You're not the only person here. Then with there being 9 other planets, you don't think what's going on in our planet ain't going on somewhere else? Could you imagine what's going on in Mercury right now? Anyway, these are celestial beings. That's why they have celestial bodies. That's why these planets are celestial bodies that governs and communicate and intellect and learn. That's why they retrograde. Retrograde is when all the gods come back to grade you and see if you are ascending or not. Okay? And then the Christians tell you, oh my God, astrology is demonic. No, the fuck it's not. Why do you think the government writes down the time you entered this atmosphere, entered this galaxy? Because you are a celestial being. You are a star. From dust you shall return. From dust you, what is it? From dust you came, and from dust you shall return. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Yes, sweetheart. These are the things they don't tell you, because they don't want you to wisen up and stop worshiping these gods and these fallen angels and these demons. Okay? Mercury's swift orbit around the sun signifies I can't talk today. I'm tired. Signifies speed and agility, characteristics that align well with demon Marbas' powers of revealing hidden knowledge and understanding complex crafts. Mercury's associated with demon Marbas is highly symbolic. The planet's influence over learning and communication resonates with demon Marbas' ability to reveal truths and enhance knowledge. Just as Mercury symbolizes the transfer of ideas and the development of intellect, the demon Marbas represents the revelation of hidden truths. That's why Trump is always revealing something. something that you didn't know. Okay? Don't be fooled. Anyway, the metal that is associated with this demon is brass. Why do you think, once again, he's as tanned as he is? This alloy of copper and zinc is known as a healing property and the ability to facilitate communication. His element is fire. Still, once again, orange. Please pay attention. Astrological sign assigned to demon Marbas is, guess what? Surprise, surprise, Leo. The lion, which aligns with this depiction of a powerful lion. Leo represents power, creativity, leadership, and traits which mirrors Marbas' role as a leader of legions and revealer of truth. Okay? So there you have it. There you have it. They even put him in video games. All right? So now you know. And then his story is in the legend of the lesser key of Solomon. You got to read the greater key of Solomon and the lesser key of Solomon. And God and Jesus are both in both of them. And giving black magic away to Solomon. Teaching black magic to Solomon. So no, God isn't good if he's over here teaching black magic to Solomon and letting Solomon sacrifice 11-year-old kids. That's what you're going to read in the greater and the lesser key of Solomon. All right? So don't be fooled by these people. They're fallen angels. Their mask just came off. Okay? There you have it. I think that's the end of that video. And I'm going to get you out of here. I've held you too long. I got shit to do. But I just thought I would share that with you. And I've been wanting to make this video for a good minute. And so we have it. Anyway. That's all the time I have for you today. And I'm out.